Good morning, AM 860, FM 95.1, KWPC. I'm Jordan Davis. Thanks for joining us here this morning for Moving Forward. As always, it's a pleasure to be here with you. And want to remind everybody, experience the best value in entertainment and connectivity with MachLink Internet and TV from MP&W. New subscribers save big on TV or internet and even more when you take both. Learn more at mpw.org. Once again, this is Moving Forward on AM 860, FM 95.1, KWPC. Joining me in the studio this morning to talk a little bit about the Soapbox Derby coming up as part of the 4th of July celebrations. Kelcey Brackett, Councilman Brackett, how are you this morning?
Doing pretty good, Jordan. Thank you.
Well, we're really glad to have you in. I'd love to hear about the Soapbox Derby. This is something I haven't seen before. So you'll be racing small. They're small cars, right?
Right. Small gravity-driven cars. So there's no propulsion allowed. It's all just rolling down the hill.
And it's literally as simple as that. And it's a really cool thing now. And folks, there's going to be all sorts of things. We're going to get right into it. But first off, when is it? What time of the day is it on the 4th of July?
It's on the 4th of July,
okay.
And we are changing the schedule a little bit this year. So last year it started earlier. This year we are going to start at 11. We're going to have races before the parade. Then we're going to break. And then after the parade, we're going to have the finals.
Okay. So there's like heats?
Yes, exactly. Okay. Yeah, there's heats that go on, and then, like I said, we wanted to kind of tie things in a little bit better with the other scheduled events going on, and so then we'll break for the parade, allow the parade to go through, and then after that finishes, let people kind of get back in place, and then we'll do the finals.
I see. Now, is it like a direct race? Like, are they side by side, or is it a timed race?
It's a timed race, but we race cars down two at a time. For safety reasons, we don't want to have any more than that.
Right.
And for excitement reasons, we want to have at least two on the track.
Gotcha.
So, and we're getting a few other things mixed up this year. We're going to try and add in some other crowd events. So in the previous couple of years that we've been doing this, it's had, just the races. And then, if there's any delay or anything like that, people might be wondering what's going on. This year, we run into any delays at all. We've different events planned so that we can pull people out of the crowd and get them involved and get some more excitement going on.
I see. So it's to keep people involved if there's like maybe a lull while they're trying to get a car set up, or there's something going on at the front of the line while people are standing. Because it all starts on, what do we decide?
Between Lynn and Spruce Street, and the starting point, not quite as important to anybody except the drivers, and we tow everybody up there and get them set up. The finish line, though, is on Iowa Avenue. And right there in front of Stanley Consultants and CBI Bank.
So that's where people want to be grabbing their seats then.
That's where, yeah, and we hope to have some bleachers down there for people to sit on. We'll have, the road will be blocked off to keep people safe, that type of thing. Judges are going to be on the Stanley Plaza right there in front of Stanley Consultants. And
so they'll have a full view of everything.
And we'll have some audio system down there for so people can kind of hear what's going on, that type of thing, and
play-by-play for
play-by-play. Yeah. One of your former employees here I think will be handling that for us. So
Tony.
Yep.
Tony, perfect.
Yep. Tony's done it. He did it last year as well, and so.
Well, then he'll make it fun, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. It's a blast. So.
Excellent. Well, that sounds like it'll be a lot of fun. So, folks, make sure that you're getting there at a good time so that you're there, you're set, and you're ready to go so that when they get started, you've got the seat that you want. Now, will there be any vendors of any kind?
We are actually actively seeking vendors now and trying to get some people signed up for that. In previous years, I know Boonies has had some specials, but, that you can only go so far out the door with certain beverage items that Boonies has got. But I think he's had some specials going on. There's been a few. I believe Hy-Vea's had something in the CBI parking lot in the past. But we're looking to have some more, some food trucks and that type of thing. So if there's people out there that have that type of business, they should reach out to us and see what we can do, because we've got a few spots we want to specifically place people in. And so we're in talks with a couple, but I'd like to talk to some more as well.
I see. Excellent. Well, yeah, absolutely. If you're somebody with a food truck, get in contact. They'd love to hear from you. Well, great. So also let's talk about the individual classes, the categories, stuff like that, like the divisions.
Right. So in the past 2 years, because this is the third year that this has come back into play. So the past 2 years we've had speed and art divisions, and those were for ages 16 and up.
Okay.
So we had a lot of people asking about this last year to, whether or not kids could do this. So what we have done is now we have a youth division as well, which we didn't specify speed and art for the youth division, but it really our intention there is for it to be a speed division.
Okay.
And so that is for ages 10 to 15. That's the youth division. And then the adult division is still 16 and up.
Okay, so it's 10 to 15. That's
10 to 15 is the youth
youngest
division.
That they can be for.
Right. Yeah,
Gotcha.
we felt that if we went any younger than that, there might be some safety concerns. And along with the youth division being the younger age, we will start them a little further down the hill, so they don't have quite the same run that the adult division has.
Right.
And I know last year we had cars exceeding 32 mile an hour by the time they got to the finish line, and I don't think
quick
that
for a little bullet looking.
Right. And I don't think we want 10-year-olds going 32 mile an hour down the hill.
Right. I can certainly appreciate that. Well, that's great. Then so the art and the speed. What's the difference between the two? What is the big what's going to be the judging scale?
Okay, so the art division is just supposed to be fun.
Okay.
The judging scale there, we record the speed, as well, but it's about style. The those cars can have two drivers, or I should say a driver and a passenger, whereas the speed cars are a single driver. The art cars can go up to 750 pounds,
Wow.
whereas, and that includes both the people that are on it as well. So that includes any passengers or drivers. The speed cars are 500-pound limit, and that includes the driver. So, it's actually not as easy to get to that limit as you'd think.
Really?
My car the past 2 years has been quite light.
Wow.
So I'm not racing one this year, by the way.
Oh, shoot.
But I've handed that off to someone else. So
Gotcha.
we will. So we, that's the main differences there is the weight and the number of drivers. We in previous years we'd had a spending limit as well, but we found that kind of hard to enforce, and really didn't seem to bring a lot of value to the race. And it's just really hard to measure when you have some people get donated items and things like that to be able to add to the car. So putting that on there really, like I said, didn't add a lot. So we've removed that spending limit. We figure people, will build what they're going to build, and maybe this will make it more interesting. And we're not racing for money prizes, so we didn't see an issue with taking that off of there.
Well, that makes a lot of sense. Then, if it's not racing for money, then who cares what?
Right. It's racing for prestige. There's trophies.
Bragging rights.
Bragging rights, absolutely. I know people get pretty excited when they make the finals. So
absolutely,
and it's pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I can't wait to come and see it. It sounds like it's going to be a great time. I know I'll probably be in Aledo for the early morning. So what time does this start again?
It starts at 11.
This starts at 11. I can definitely be back for that.
Yeah.
I go over there. We go over there for the frog race for a short time in Aledo. But so this is going to be a lot of fun, folks. Start working on your cars now. Now's the time to get started. You're just within range where you could probably still get your car done, no problem.
Oh, absolutely.
Now and then.
Yeah, absolutely. It's amazing how quick you can get one together if you really put your mind to it. We had people that that had put cars together kind of last minute last year and still had a lot of fun in it. The registration is open until June 22nd.
June 22nd.
And we have a safety check day on June 23rd that is going to be held on Mississippi Drive, and right next to where the Mississippi Brew is.
Okay.
But on Mississippi Drive itself, because the street will still be closed at that point. So we're going to go ahead and use that section of street for the safety check day. And, it just seemed like it'd be a nice flat spot to get everybody lined up and check out the cars. And
so they need to bring their cars and
they'll need to bring their cars. They do not have to be cosmetically complete, but they need to be functionally complete by June 23rd, so that we can do the safety check. Now, we will have some room for a few people, that may need some allowances there. We do have at least one team coming in from out of state that had said, hey, is there any chance we could schedule a safety check closer to the race date, because we're coming from Oklahoma. So we've got we'll make some accommodations as we can and as our schedules allow, but that those we might run out of spots for the accommodation. So we really encourage everybody to meet the 23rd date for the safety check, and that's going to be brakes and turning. Is really the key thing there. Is the vehicle, stable enough to make it down the hill and in a safe manner.
Okay.
So,
because what does it take to keep? It's a straight shot, right?
It's a straight shot. We do require a certain amount of turning radius so that when we're towing the cars up the hill, they can make the corners, and so that if they get off track as they're going down the hill, they can course correct and not run into each other.
Gotcha.
So that's, that's the really, you don't have to be able to, weave back and forth, but,
be able to make those slight little adjustments.
Right. You need to be able to make slight adjustments. And then, like I said, as far as being towed up the hill, you've got to make it around the corner on a city block.
Okay.
So, it's not, you don't have to have a really tight turning radius. I think it's a 8-foot turning radius, and in a, car that short, it shouldn't be too difficult.
Is there length dimension?
There
boundaries?
is, and off the top of we've got that in our rules when you go to register, and that's on muscatinederby.com.
Perfect.
And we're using the getmeregistered.com app as a way to manage our registrations this year.
Okay.
So, and that's all. There's a link right on muscatinederby.com where people can click on that. Takes you through. You can pay your registration fee on there and put in all your information.
I actually went through the Soapbox Derby Facebook page too.
Oh, okay, sure.
I went through there and I was able to find the link to it as well.
Absolutely.
So I went and checked it out through there. So folks, there's a couple ways. First, go to the website or go to their Facebook page to find information for registration. And a lot of this information that we're going over right now, it's all on there too.
Absolutely.
So you'll be able to access it that way. So one of my final questions here: why do we continue to do this?
So this is an event that had been going on. It was a historical event essentially. There'd been a gap of about 30 years from the last race until 3 years ago when when a group from Leadership Muscatine decided to rejuvenate the Soapbox Derby, and I think it was a lot of volunteers from Monsanto actually, and had gotten together on their Leadership Muscatine project and done this, and they did it the first year. Then they had a lot of fun with it. We all enjoyed it. So they did it a second year, but they had a lot of things going on that things changed in their life, whatnot. And it wasn't something that they had necessarily planned on doing ongoing every year. And so a couple of us that were drivers previous 2 years or team leaders decided, we really enjoyed the event, so we're going to try and keep it going. So we've been working with the previous leadership of the Derby to keep it going. So we didn't push them out. They didn't jump ship or anything like that, but they just had too much on their schedule to make it fit. So we got together and we're going to make it happen and keep it going year after year. So
excellent. Sounds like a lot of fun. I'm really excited to see it happen. It'll be the first one I've ever attended. So anything else you'd like to add?
Basically, we're looking, we are looking for more racers all the time. And, I want to make sure people, if they don't run out of, or if they feel that the expense is too great for them, but they have the expertise and the excitement to get into it, they should reach out to us because we can help them find a sponsor. So the sponsors are encouraged. You can put names on the cars. A lot of small businesses can kind of get their word out that way as well. And if they want to, and you can reach me directly you can get me through the Facebook page, through the website, or they can just call me at 563-316-0353.
Perfect.
Thank
you so much, Councilman Brackett. This has been a pleasure. It's excellent getting to talk to you about the Soapbox Derby. I'm very excited to see it happen, and we're really glad that it's going to be part of our 4th of July celebrations.
Thank you.
All right. Once again, this has been Moving Forward on AM 860 and FM 95.1 KWPC. One more time, Mocklink Internet and TV are the best value in entertainment and connectivity and getting better with world-class fiber. Subscribe now and you'll get fiber when it comes to your neighborhood. Learn more at mpw.org. Once again, Councilman Brackett joined us here in the studio for Moving Forward. It's been a real pleasure. Thanks so much for joining us here for Moving Forward on AM 860 and FM 95.1 KWPC and thevoicemuscatine.com.
You've been listening to Moving Forward on the Voice of Muscatine, KWPC, AM 860, FM 95.1. Thanks to our sponsor, MPW Digital TV and Mocklink Internet, the local providers, at mpw.org. And remember, Moving Forward, each weekday at 8:15 to learn how Muscatine is on the move.